Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We are live. We are ready to go. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Capital, Kush, Neil, Squid, Trade. What's up, everyone? Getting pretty close to the high. So far today, overnight action looking range-like. Still have an unfilled gap to the downside, so checking that out. Hey, Greg. Hey, Eva. Tom. Beach Bum. Good to see y'all. Alright, so we got the high above us. Low is quite a ways down. And then also a gap here. Yeah, quite a lot of room to the downside on this. Hey, John, good morning. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have 30 seconds until the market is open. Looking so far at a range. We get down to the bottom, we'll look for a buying opportunity. Up here, looking to sell. That is pretty much the plan we got. Here's the opening bell. So it appears probably that this uptrend has already played out, keeping it really tight in the range structure. So it can look for a sell up here. I would like to see the market attempt to make it a little higher here. What's up, Archer? Good morning. Hey, Harmonious. On the Nas, we are also coming right off of that resistance. Potential move down. Morning, Tick Trader. Thanks to everyone who came right in and hit the like button. Appreciate that. If you haven't done so, it's just a little, small little effort. Helps the YouTube algorithm, helps support the channel. Much appreciated. Alright, looks like the EMA is holding here. And as I said, in order to really feel good about a short, I'd like prices to actually test and try to break out. That would be ideal. Thank you, Shag. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alright, there looks like a move below the EMA. I would consider a lower high here to short. Essentially have one push up right here that failed. We can get one more push up that fails with a bearish bar. I'd be interested in that. Phoenix asking, is there a bullish imbalance? No. Not yet. All we have so far is a definitive range. These overnight highs have been broken. These overnight highs have not been broken. These overnight lows have not been broken. So no real balance yet. Very much just a straight up range, but we shall see. The Nasdaq showing some strength here. So while the S&P looks like it, you know, may want to go down, the Nasdaq attempting a breakout. And that lower high did not close below the EMA. Green body on it, can't take that. And it looks like the EMA is kind of holding, so. Wow, this is looking very congested here, this whole area since the open. Market has gone absolutely nowhere. Morning, Gene. This is kind of dangerous price action right off the open to have a... What is this? Like a 2 to 3 point range. Don't trade this, guys. Don't click any buttons right now until we get out of this area. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. After a push up, you can consolidate for sure. But here we go. Finally out of that little congestion. Let's see if it holds. Pushing down on the Nasdaq at the same time. That's good. Good sign there. On the ES, I would like to see a breakout pullback. So had this move out of the range. Like to see us come back, test it again, get a bearish bar. I'd consider trading that. We do have to watch though, because Nasdaq does have a bit of a bullish bias. You have higher highs being made. This could be a higher low being made, and then we're, continuing on. So gotta watch right here. We need to see this action come lower than the previous swing. That'll really help the case for taking a short. Also possible here on the S&P that maybe we have a wider pattern. Maybe we'll get a new high of this, but this is a pretty wide pattern for a range, so I wouldn't go there just yet. I'm definitely not looking to go long or anything. All right, pretty strong push up back above the EMA, so I'm not considering shorting this. And bullish bias continues on the Nasdaq too, so gotta watch out for this. Looks like we're kind of steadily making new highs. Boy, this price action is something else right now, guys. Dangerous. Stay out of it. I agree, Shayag. Very crazy price action here. Feels like this market is just about to rip in one direction or another. Viva asking why is this crazy price action? Or why does it feel like it's gonna rip? Because it's very consolidated. You don't usually see the market holding within like a 3-point range for almost 15 minutes now, right off the open. So you get that much compressed action. It's like a coil. It's like you compress a coil, it's eventually gonna spring. So this thing, and the bars forming too, you can see they're forming quick. There's definitely some volume here, so this thing's gonna blast off some way. Problem is you have no idea which way it's gonna go. It could be either way, and it would make just as much sense. Whew, there's a little bear trap there. Ticked below that bar, you know people went short right there. Now possible bullish hammer. Way. It sure feels like it's going to drop to the downside, but that's maybe exactly why it won't. Yeah, once this thing breaks out one way or the other, that's when we can start identifying a channel and looking for a trade. On the ES, you know, we might have something like this. A little bit of a bearish bias since the open. Good morning, randomizer. Yeah, there you go, Tom. We need some Mucinex for this market congestion. I like it. But we can start calling it. This is a Mucinex pattern. Switching roles here, the S&P is now above the EMA and the Nasdaq is below. A little bit of a rotation in strength. Hey, Ricardo. Yeah, there you go, Must. That's exactly right. It'll break out just enough to make you go, okay. Now it's picked a direction, and then it'll reverse. Viva asking, after a doji, wouldn't it go up? A doji is an indecision bar. It's not a directional bar, so no. Think about what a doji is. A doji is price opening at a certain level, trying to go up, trying to go down, and ending up closing at the very same level. So it's very much directionless. This is looking pretty decently bullish. The Nasdaq had a move down, break, new low. We had this reversal bar. Now we're putting in 3 above the EMA. This is the most legitimate move that we've had so far. With that move up on the ES2, I probably will have this wider channel. See if we can get a new high. No real way to trade this, obviously, with how congested it was, but this way we can look for the market to move up, maybe a 1 last shot at a new high, and then we can look for a short. Couple bearish bars. Look like the chop continues. Man, oh man. Now a slight divergence too. Nasdaq or S&P putting in, stacking a couple bearish bars. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq trying to push back up. Big bearish bar. Maybe this has some continuation here. S&P very close to all of this support. If that breaks, we're going to get a long candle here. All right, finally some legitimate movement. This is a pretty steep move down. See if it has any continuation. Nasdaq didn't really join on that. Some solid strength there on the Nas, but if the Nas starts to drop, then we'll really get going. Yeah, must. Well, just let us know when you take a position, and then we'll know. If you're going long, we'll expect the market to drop. It's usually how it goes. With this move down, I could consider a short here on the EMA if we get some solid action. Sorry, a short on the S&P if we get some solid action at the EMA. Yeah, there you go, Capital. Let's all go long at the same time. And all our sim prop accounts. That'll move the market. Ooh, too soon, Toad. Too soon. Yeah, this is definitely a weird day, but let's see what we got here at the moving average on S&P. Had this move down, pull back. See if this can reject twice. I don't think so. I think we're more likely to get V-shaped reversals today. Yeah, that's a pretty vertical move up. Good reminder that vertical moves are easily reversed. You see a straight up and down move. It is more easily reversed than a nice gradual slow leak. Possible rejection at the EMA. Let's see where this bar finishes. Alright, so there's our first rejection at the EMA. If we get one more, we could consider a short. Nasdaq could have a pretty big bearish bar here if it breaks below this area. I mean, like, you know, there's stops above all these little swings, so you know, if this gets going to the downside, you could have a pretty steep move. Watching for that second rejection at the EMA on the S&P. And we'll see about the bottom of the range now, because this downtrend has 2 legs. We're going to be right at our overnight low. We'll see if that offers any support. Maybe we can get a long off of there. Nasdaq also at a pretty critical juncture here. Will it break below all that action? Kind of feels like it. Getting that bounce so far on the S&P. All right, now we have a solid downtrend that we're working on the NAS. We will see if it has any follow through. I'm looking for this move to pull back, have some rejection right here, give us a bearish bar. I could consider that short. ES is right at that overnight low. So yeah, if it can get below this and hold below this, we will be looking at a possible bearish trend and start to consider, a wider channel like this. So far, I think it's best to keep it tight. Assume that it's more likely to hold here. you're really brave, you can take this long here. Failed breakout, bullish bar. But the better option, the more probable option, would be to wait for 2 failures there. John, do I have successful trades? I'm trading full time, so I sure hope so. Nasdaq is right at the bottom of this range here. ES getting a slight bounce here from the bottom. I think, would traders be out if you took that failed breakout? Yeah, so that would have worked. It's a bold move. It kind of feels counterintuitive, you know, when you're going long after the market's going down, but we are in a range. Anyone bold enough to buy that bullish bar at the bottom of the range? Nasdaq kind of looking heavy. Not bouncing up with ES. Got some relative weakness there. Okay, here's that move up on the ES. We'll see how far this goes. Nice to see the range hold though. Boom, red candle below the range there. Ace, no, I'm not a investor really, so I don't care if the market goes up or down. And Archer, good call on the breakfast. This is a breakfast pattern for sure. Shoot, this is actually a pretty good bar on the Nas. Could consider taking. It is a pretty vertical move down, is the only thing. If we get a higher low, I might consider joining. S&P's going back down though. S&P challenging the low of day / the overnight low again. Do I have a barista in my studio? I wish. No, no barista. Just some solid water and some vitamins, which I'm gonna take now. As I said, if we do end up getting below this range, I'm going to start considering a wider trend on the S&P. Kind of looks like that's where we might be headed. We'll see. Carlos, for fast track, I use Nitro, which is their version of it's basically Quant Tower, which they provide for free. It's a white labeled version of Quant Tower. I really like it. But I mean, yeah, you could try any platform you want that they provide. That's the one that I've done, and I think it's solid. Yeah, it's for free. When you buy an account, they you have free access to Nitro. No, like I said, Carlos, it's free. Some rejection there at the bottom of the range, and it looks like the sellers are taking over. Maybe some sort of trend like this. We do have that gap fill possibility below us at 24.48 on the NAS, and wow, way down there on the ES 5859. Yeah, I feel good about a short at this point. Except that overshoot. Right when I say that, the market overshoots the channel. May lead to a correction or reversal, we'll see. Possible overshoot on that Nasdaq trend as well. See if this leads to a steep correction. See if buyers have anything in them at all, or if they're just giving up for the day. Yeah, there you go, Sachs guy. What those are important moments when you're like, man, I really want to go long on this when you don't really have a reason. Then when you see the market just drop 100 points, try to remember that next time. Next time you're really feeling like taking a trade, remember what happened today. Getting volatile, man. We're starting to get some whippy candles. And there's no news scheduled for the day. And I'm not seeing anything, any blazing headlines. If anyone does have any insight in that, like if something hits the squawk box, let us know. Coming up on that gap fill, Nasdaq. Alright, gap is officially filled there. ES still has a long way to go, but yeah, not looking like this was a legitimate overshoot. The market keeps going down. Yeah, totally, Sean. This is a bummer that we didn't have a solid entry into all this. Randomizer asking if I have Ninja and Apex Rhythmic and you want to have on a second computer take profit, then do it on a second computer. I don't know. You can do any platform you want if it's on a second computer. I don't know why you'd want a second computer for that instead of just doing it all on the same one, but yeah, I mean, you can do anything you want. So clearly overshoot, not overshooting, so likely have it just a larger channel. And we are only looking short. I hope that is very clear for everyone. We're not looking for any sort of longs. Only looking to go short here. Just need a pullback. Yeah, there you go, Jeremy. Someone indeed used some extra strength Mucinex. Get out of that congestion. Also, I said, you know, around the open that this was going to be a violent move one way or the other, and here you go. Okay, we're just waiting for a pullback. We can join in on this short. Oh, that's all we need to see is just a pullback that gets back to the EMA. 2 legs, bearish bar. Same on the S&P. Need a pullback, 2 legs, bearish bar. Oop, sorry, you can't see my drawing. Something like this. We can go short. Angle. I use nitro. I think this is the third time probably answering that question today. I use nitro, which is a free platform that they provide. Basically, quant tower. Yeah, Must. Do you want to hear about nitro again? Okay, we made it back to the EMA. We got one rejection here. We want to see one more rejection, then we can take that short. Same on ES. We have one rejection. Want to see us keep going down here. Don't want to see the EMA offering any support. Alright, just waiting for that one little lower high here on ES. Nasdaq potential lower high here. I think I will take that. If it forms, got to close on its low here. not looking like it's gonna do it. Let's see about the ES. Looking for one lower high. Closing on its low. Man, that bar looks really good, but I don't like that the Nasdaq is popping above the EMA and continuing to go up. So I am going to skip it on the ES. Yeah, no dice on ES. Pushing above the EMA. This could finally be the overshoot, right? I mean, we widened the channel many times. This could finally be the overshoot that reverses the market. So looks like we are going to have to continue to wait this one out. Neil, sorry, I missed your comment saying YouTube doing a rolling banner. That might be a good way of providing all the info, which gets asked frequently. Here's what I've found is people are gonna ask no matter how much info you provide. I could plaster the EMA that I use on my forehead and I still think people would ask it. Alright, well, we're gonna have to be a little bit more patient here. There you go, Tom. I am trading with Nitro. Yeah, gonna have to be more patient here. Let this bullish correction play out. Really monitor it. The setup at this point is going to be a failed second entry long, so we're going to need to see a push below the EMA. We're going to need to see the bulls trapped twice, a nice bearish bar. Yeah, that could take a little bit to develop. This overshoot really could just generate a massive move up. That's a possibility too. So we're gonna have to be patient. Gotta wait for the high probability setups and not just jump into stuff. That's how it goes. That's how you make money. So thanks for hanging out with me this morning, guys. I'll see many of you over in the Discord today. Trade safe out there. Some pretty wacky price action. So yeah, don't blow your accounts. Be wise, control your risk, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.